It's hard to deny that a lot of people love their sweets, so it's similarly difficult to avoid them wherever we go. From the glorious, scrumptious slices of chocolate cake to the sweet, tiny scoops of ice cream, sweets can appeal to our human senses as they provide that feeling of unmatched luxuriousness. The way that we enjoy the fizz of thirst-quenching sodas in humid days, and the way that we lick our lips to savor the frosting of cupcakes in every single bite, are testaments to the subtle domination sweets have over our lifestyle. It's the way sweets are able to bring comfort to those who eat them that make them ever so special, and even essential to people's lives. Do you love sweets? You do? Well, who can blame you when it's hard not to? Then again, you must also ask yourself, do you need them, or do you just want them? Cravings that go unchecked can lead to a higher risk of acquiring diabetes, a disease commonly associated with how sugar is metabolized in the body. This can escalate to a life-threatening situation where other parts of the body like the heart, the brain, and the kidneys start to become dysfunctional. And it's all because of the lifestyle choices people make due to a lack of knowledge regarding this disease. The number of children alone that have this disease, regardless of financial condition, is quite alarming. It comes down to how people are able to make more informed decisions with how they go about their diet, not only as means to maintain a life with diabetes, but also as a means to prevent a life with diabetes.
So, what can we do? What we can do is raise awareness, make it known, and fight as much as we can. Hi, we are Centinels from De La Salle University, Philippines, and we are here to introduce to you our game, Sweet Escape.
People living with the disease must not have their perceptions colored by misconceptions. And people living without the disease must also bear in mind that they too are at equal risk of acquiring it. By making people aware of the importance of balancing their sugar intake, controlling their urges and cravings, and to engage in physical activity, people with or without diabetes will be able to find themselves realizing that balance in life is key, and that too much or too little of everything is bad. Now, let's have a brief tour. Once you open the application, you have the option to start a new game, view the game's instructions, view your achievements, or change the game settings, such as the volume and your character, who can either be Chavito or Chavita. As for the achievements, they are divided into two parts, the leaderboard and the rewards. Rewards could be collected by accomplishing specific objectives within the game. In the instruction section, you will be able to find out about the game's background story, as well as how to control your character and how to play proficiently. We will not go too deep into these instructions, so let's move on to the actual game. Your character will be constantly moving forward through a series of leveled platforms, craving to chomp down every sweet that comes his or her way. One basic objective of the game is that you need to keep your character healthy enough to keep on running through the platforms without falling. When you encounter a gap between platforms, just remember to jump! An essential element of the game is balancing the sugar level, which can be observed from the sugar level bar. The sugar level constantly decreases due to your character's continuous running, so be careful not to let your character's sugar level run out, for he will experience hypoglycemia, where sugar level is so low that there is not enough energy for the character to continue running. For you to increase your sugar level moderately, you must hit the bite button when you encounter a food item. But don't do it too much because a full sugar level will cause hyperglycemia, which is due to too much sugar in the body. In case you didn't hit the bite or jump buttons at the right time, in other words, missing the opportunity to bite or jump over a sweet, your character will end up eating the sweet whole, leading the character to a hyperglycemic state. You need to learn how to balance your sugar intake to stay in the game. But don't worry if you find it hard to keep track of your sugar level, for you will be guided by alerts telling you whether the sugar level is nearing an empty or a full state. Through the course of the game, you will not only encounter chocolates and candies. At some point, you will be able to encounter a special fruit in the form of a watermelon, and will also have you deciding between eating the treats or the watermelon. The watermelon provides an advantage because it will cause your character to be invincible for a period of time, freezing the sugar level for a certain period and discontinuing the appearance of sweets for that period of time. Earlier, the concept of rewards was discussed, which is achieved through the course of the game. Once you have finished an objective, a notification will prompt you of the achievement that you have made. The more achievements, the more rewards you will have. Scores are measured by the distance you have traveled, called the Dreamometer. The farther you get, the more chances of you exploring different worlds. Together with the score will be helpful tips and facts about type 2 diabetes, which could be of great help in raising awareness about this disease, thus helping you gauge just how these concepts apply to the game. For now, that's all you need to know in order to play the game. Have fun with your own sweet escape!